Good morning, world. By now, most people are familiar with the Five Love Languages. It's a great book by Gary Chapman. He talks about ways that individuals communicate love to one another. He identified the five languages as gifts, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, and physical touch. I'm not going to spend too much time on them because if you simply Google five love languages, you'll find a gazillion things that come up. So the one thing that I don't see as much on is how do you figure out what your partner's love language is? And that's why I wanted today to share 5 tips for figuring out, helping you learn a little bit more about what your partner's love language might be. First one is to listen. Pay attention to the things that they say they want, as well as the things that they say bother them or things that they didn't want. And a good, not so good way of figuring this out is a lot of times during arguments, people talk a lot about the things that they wanted that they did not get. Well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And that's a good way of learning what the things that your partner was expecting. And of course, we don't want you to go and fight with your partner, but just in case a fight is happening, pay attention because you might be able to get a lot more information than you expected. But listen to them when they're talking about the things that they want, the things that they expect, the things that make them happy. Second is observe their actions. We live the golden rule a lot more than we realize. People often do for others the things that they want from other people. So if you're looking at your spouse and you look, maybe he's more huggy and he wants to talk more, or if he's hugging and holding hands, this may be a sign that he's more of a physical affection type person, or maybe he's always talking and saying things. So just once you figure out what the love languages are, just start paying attention to your partner's actions, and that's a good way of, or actions towards you, and that's a good way of figuring out the things that he may be wanting and expecting from you. 3 is to be vigilant of their responses, because we respond differently to getting the things that we want than we do when we get something that we're appreciating. It's like, yay, I get this, I really wanted this, I've been looking for it, versus, oh honey, I really appreciate that you did this for me. So pay attention to the way they are reacting. And their responses also are cues as to whether or not you're on the right track for the things that you're doing. So pay attention to their response when you do things for them. And 4, explore your findings. Over time, you're building a big old database of the things that you think your spouse wants. And more than thinking your spouse wants these, more than thinking this is your spouse's love language, you need to explore them to know, okay, yes, I'm on the right track, or maybe I'm not on the right track and need to go back and start over. Just try them out. If it works, great. You add that to your bucket of this works. And if it doesn't work, it's like, okay, maybe I need to go back to the drawing board. And finally, speak up. Ask them, honey, how can I make your day great? What can I do for you? What would you like? What are the things that make you happy? Yeah, you may not have that direct conversation like, what makes you happy? But just throw it into conversations that way to help you better gauge the things that your spouse is expecting and wanting from you. We really underestimate the value of just asking an open question. Okay, so that's it. I hope I was quick. I think I was really quick. 1, listen, because they will tell you the things that they want and the things that they don't want, or the things that they want but are not getting. 2, observe their actions, because they will do the things for you that they want you and hope you do for them. 3, be vigilant of their responses, because we are really excited when we get the things we want, and we appreciate the things that we think people went out of their way and did a good job doing for us, but we're not as excited about them. 4, explore your findings. The more you know about your partner, continue to explore everything that you think might be right, because some of it is right and some of it might not be quite right. So exploring helps you figure out which ones to stick with. 5, speak up. Ask them. There's nothing wrong. There's no clearer, better, more effective way of getting information than to simply ask for it. That is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have a great day.